He leaned forward in the briefing room, that smug half-smile curling at the corner of his mouth. "You won't be coming back, soldier." The rest of the squad looked away, like they'd already buried me. A one-man op, deep into enemy territory. No exfil, no support, no drones, no sat feed, just me, a sidearm, and coordinates too close to the red zone to make sense. I nodded, didn't ask why, didn't need to. His voice echoed in my mind even as the chopper blades faded behind me. Eliminate the weak link. I assumed I was the target, but 12 hours later, soaked in mud, blood, and silence, I clicked the radio. "Mission accomplished, sir. Also, your brother sends his regards." My wife changed after deployment 3. Small things at first, different perfume, fewer letters, less warmth in her voice during the video calls. I blamed the distance, but the eyes don't lie. And hers? They'd started blinking too much when she spoke, like she was filtering guilt through a screen. When I came back stateside, I caught them once, a glance too long. Her hand on his wrist at a bar no one else from command was supposed to be at. She laughed louder when he was near. She stood taller, and I watched it all from the shadows, wearing a uniform they taught me to die in. Still, I said nothing, because I don't react, I calculate. I started connecting dots the way I'd been trained to dismantle bombs. Deliberate, quiet, disarming one fuse at a time. His brother, Galen Riker, was on our red list. Former Allied intel, defected, vanished into enemy ranks. Untraceable, until I traced him. Because love makes you blind, but betrayal, that sharpens your vision. I accessed Riker's old files, memorized his tactics, his routes, his habits, and buried deep in cross-border surveillance, I found something that wasn't supposed to exist. A still image. 2 men, identical eyes, one in our war room, one behind enemy lines. My commanding officer and his ghost. They weren't enemies, they were family, and I was the cleanup crew. They sent me straight to where Galen had been seen last, expecting a bullet to the head or a shallow grave. Instead, I found the bastards sitting in a crumbling estate they'd called a forward base, alone, unarmed, waiting. "You're early," he said, pouring whiskey. "I tied him up anyway. He didn't resist. You figured it out, huh?" I didn't answer, didn't need to. He smiled the same crooked way his brother did. "Your wife sends her love, by the way. They were planning your funeral next week." My silence cut deeper than any threat. I let him talk, let him confess, let the mic in my vest record every last betrayal. Then I radioed in. Let the words hang heavy. "Mission accomplished, sir." Pause. "Also, your brother sends his regards." They didn't expect me to walk back into base, didn't expect me alive, and definitely didn't expect Riker with me, hooded, gagged, and bleeding, but breathing. The look on my CO's face was theater, but I didn't blank, didn't break. I dropped Riker at his feet. "Care to explain to command why you sent me to assassinate your own brother?" Silence. Then denial. Predictable. Loud. So I pulled the flash drive from my vest, dropped it on the floor beside Riker like a grenade. Audio, video, comm logs, your fingerprints, her voice, your mission orders, his confession. He tried to speak. I raised a hand. "You already buried yourself." Then I turned to her, my wife, standing at the edge of the hangar, eyes wide, face pale. I didn't speak, I just walked past her. Her silence was the last lie I needed to hear. They stripped him of rank, stripped her of name. Court-martialed in a private room with no flags. They said I could return to service. I declined. Some ghosts deserve to stay buried. I don't hate them anymore. Hate implies emotion. I'm done feeling. The worst part of betrayal isn't the knife, it's knowing they smiled while they twisted it. But I'm still standing because I wasn't the weak link. I was the fuse they failed to cut.